Okay, so this is my first ever video on this channel at least, but it's also my first time actually doing something like this. So if I make any mistakes, of course, I'm sorry. I'm wearing this. I'm sorry if my voice is a bit muffled. It's for my own personal identity. I don't need it released. I really don't. But so this is a book review channel. As said, it should be said. We're going over Goosebumps Slappy World. The first book in the series, Slappy Birthday to You. I got it stripped. It's kind of long. Okay, I'm sorry. I tried to shorten it as much as I could without putting the entire book in here. Well, that's also kind of impossible. Sorry if the background music is loud. It makes me calm. Makes me just feel better about myself. But I am hoping to do some other ones. I'm doing graphic novels, like The Batman Who Laughs, if I could show some of those frames. I probably can't because of the stuff in it. But I really hope I can do better at those. I'm getting there, so slowly, very, very slowly. But if you guys want to see more, like, subscribe. I really don't care. I really don't care if you subscribe. I know everyone is like begging for subscribers, but it's like, seriously, you don't need them. Like, you seriously don't. I just like giving my community, well, my soon-to-be community, what I want. Like entertainment and just book reviews. I might do the whole series. If you guys like more, comment, subscribe, whatever. I tried to make my room nice, was gonna put it over on my desk. Decided against it. This mask is super hot. I didn't realize that. Well, whatever. I'm just not realizing how bad my script is. Well, anyways, this sucks to wear. But, of course, it's all the standard stuff in a book. Name, the books, this, whatever. And it doesn't really, technical page 1 is Slappy speaking. He's just calling you a dummy, stuff like that. Yeah, he calls it Slappy Birthday to You, obviously, it's the book name. Whatever, that's like the first page. Single page. Usually the Slappy segments are like 1.5 pages. There's like, I think 4, maybe 5 throughout the whole book. It's a good book, okay? In my opinion, I've been reading Slappy for a bit. I haven't read the Slappy World, I've been reading the Goosebumps. And I've watched both movies. And in my opinion, this book is pretty good. I mean, the cover art is pretty good. I gotta be honest. Back isn't too bad. Our main character is Ian Barker. We'll see a decent amount of him, in my opinion. Yeah, I quite literally wrote, throughout the book, Slappy barges in between chapters. It's like every, like, 5, 6 chapters, maybe. I don't completely remember. I made this, like, 3 months ago. Like, I'm filming this, like the weekend after the first week of school. And I'm out of it. I'm sorry. I'm out of it, and this mask is so itchy. But, let's see. He gives some info on Ian Barker, who is, it's his 12th birthday. A lot of the chapters are kind of short. Chapter 6 is 3 pages. A Slappy segment in between. We get some foreshadowing, and I think so. I haven't read this in like 3 months, like I said. The main conflict is like in the first paragraph, which is 1 sentence. Now, I'm not sure if this is correct. Yep, It says, on Ian Barker's 12th birthday, he received a gift that brought pain and terror to him and his entire family. Birthday gift is Slappy. That just straight to the point. It's Slappy. Like, his dad's a ventriloquist guy. His little sister is kind of weird. Like, she loves antique dolls. I hate dolls. I hate them. Ian loves dolls. His two cousins come over for his birthday. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Ian's little sister's Molly, which is 9, is what we are told at least. Their relationship is like any other, literally any other brother-sister relationship. It's normal, okay? We do learn breakfast references, which I wrote is kind of important, which it kind of is for character development. I haven't been reading that long. I'm like, yeah. Vinny and Johnny. We learn about them, and they're Molly and Ian's only cousins. Ian is not happy because they really, yeah, they don't like each other, like, at all. Some backstory is that Vinny and Johnny always start fights with Ian. We also learn that Vinny and Johnny's parents, Uncle Dory and Aunt Marie, aren't in the best position, with Uncle Donnie without work and Aunt Marie getting over an operation. We don't know what the operation is. We don't know why they're outside. I'm guessing Uncle Dory is out of work because of the operation, taking care of his wife, I'm assuming. But we don't really learn much else. Learn a bit about Ian's dad, before we get to chapter 2. We don't learn Ian's parents' names. They are only referred to as Mr. and Mrs. and Mr. Barker. So, also, Johnny is 12, and Vinny is 11, which is kind of important, and yeah. Chapter 2, we learn Mr. Barker fixes broken puppets, repairing them, replacing missing parts, painting fresh faces, and making them look new before sending them back to the owners. So it's like a ventriloquist repair shop in his basement. That's what it is. We finally meet Johnny and Vinny's parent, Johnny and Vinny. Johnny punches Ian once he opens the door, then claims it was an accident. This is where chapter 2 ends. So that first part is like 1 and 2. Chapter 1 and 2. We learn a lot in chapter 1 and 2, in my opinion, which I guess is kind of good to overload. And overloading information is not always good. In this, backstory is important, I guess. It's okay. Nothing much happens in chapter 3 besides the fact we find out Johnny stole a girl's iPad from Vinny and they got scolded. That's one whole page of the script. That's, yeah, okay. Chapter 4 starts with Johnny, Vinny, and Ian getting into a fight over Ian's PlayStation controller. Stupid cousin and sibling behavior. Normal. Just normal. They then go downstairs to open Ian's presents. They start with Vinny and Johnny's presents to Ian, which is a remote-controlled BB-8. And Mr. Barker's present is Slappy for Ian. His dad explains in chapter 5 that there was no return address for him, so he kept him for Ian, since Ian always wanted his own puppet. I wonder why they didn't give a return address. I really wonder. But why didn't they? Chapter 5 ends with Ian doing a good impression to scare Vinny, Johnny, and Molly. Nothing much happens in chapter 6. Sorry, my mom walked in. Anyways, I completely forgot where we left off. Hold on. Oh, yes. So after Ian does an impression for scaring Vinny, Johnny, and Molly with Slappy, this is the next day, 7/12/25. I was like, it was summer. um, Nothing much happens in chapter 6 besides Vinny breaking Slappy's hand off. So, from the mental image you get drawn, I'm just gonna use this as an example. I hate this one, but it's okay. So, Vinny and Vinny and Ian are holding Slappy's arms like this, like pulling away from the body. Okay, and eventually, from all of the stress on the wood, it breaks. It breaks. Which obviously not happy. After this, goes into a Slappy segment after this. I wonder if I can find it. Maybe. Yeah, that's on page 25. The segment happens. Slappy here, boys and ghouls. You have to hand it to Vinny. Yeah. Yeah, well, so some extra context, right? Pulled Slappy's hand off, blah blah blah. You lame brain is what Ian calls Vinny. Slappy then says, in the book, not in the Slappy segment, you're going to be in an accident. Your face is going to crash into my fist. Vinny growled and made a move toward Ian. I didn't say it, the dummy said it, Ian exclaimed. Everyone laughed. How ridiculous. Slappy segment, blah blah blah, into chapter 7, where we go back in time to Ian's birthday 3 years ago. That's what Slappy says, at least. And then, so it does explain that Ian started liking ventriloquist dolls on his 9th birthday. Skipping chapter 7 to 9, we meet Dr. Klossman, the owner of a doll museum of sorts called the Castle of Little People, which I kind of find kind of funny. Little. I'm sorry, that's rude. Dr. Klausman is tall and wears a doll mask that has curly blonde hair, rosy pink cheeks, and bright red lips and a pouty smile. This is all drawn on, mind you. The curly blonde hair, the rosy pink cheeks, that's all drawn on. Like, there's that one guy on YouTube who makes those masks that you hold up to your face. Like that kind of yellow curls. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. And silvery gray eyes that Ian describes as metal. Dr. Klausman is also described as having a soft, whispery voice. Hello, there's something wrong. I think I was just skipping chapter 8 a bit and then going back to it. But here it says, and chapter 8 ends with the dummies laughing at Ian. At the end of chapter 9, Ian finds a lady working and he explains Dr. Klausman was showing him and his dad around. The lady then tells Ian that no one called Dr. Klausman works at the museum. Chapter 10 leads into 11, where Zed explains it was all part of his birthday present. The lady was Linda, and Barney acted as Dr. Klausman before the chapter ends. Get a Slappy segment explaining a bit about Ian after the incident, which just involves him making his own dolls. If that happened to me, I'd be terrified. I'm sorry. I personally would not be happy. I'd be terrified. Like, I hate dolls, okay? I hate dolls. My house is haunted. I live in the literal Conjuring house. I don't know what you want from me. They've thrown pens at us. I know most people don't believe, right? It's like blah, 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 blah. But Doors close, they open. It happens a lot here. It's like, it happens when we get home every day. It's like, okay, can you stop? Like, we don't need to do this every day. But that's besides the point. I would still be terrified of dolls, though. Sam, I would not be going into making dolls, dude. In chapter 12, the three boys go downstairs to watch Mr. Barker fix Slappy's hand. Molly tells them Slappy has his own wiki page. She then explains who and how he was made. She also tells them that if you say 6 specific words, Slappy will come to life. Chapter 12 ends with Johnny finding the piece of paper with the words and yelling them out. Where is the rest of my script? Hold on, I will be right back. Okay. Technical difficulties. Technically, I did not finish the script. So, we will be going off of... Yeah, I finished this, but I didn't write it down. I could not explain how mad I am right now. My mom also, when my mom came in earlier, she was like, "Oh yeah, you can take the mask off." I was like, "Nah, I don't need knowing who I am." I know one person, 2 people who could definitely know who I am just by my room, especially that poster right there. Definitely by that. That's a definite. One of them is my ex, the other is my best friend. My ex, if he's watching this, I'm sorry. That's impulsive. I'm sorry. So, his dad fixes Slappy. It's not Dory, it's Donnie. Uncle Donnie. Yeah, I can't read my own handwriting. I'm sorry. And then we get the description of Uncle Donnie, whose last name is Harding, so it's Mr. Harding, pretty much. Mr. Harding looked a lot like his sons. He was a big, red-faced man with straight blonde hair brushed away from his forehead and striking blue eyes. His face was lined, and his expression always reminded Ian of a sad clown he had seen in a circus. Mr. Harding's stomach bulged under his gray sweatshirt. His matching gray sweatpants were ripped at one knee. Yeah, that gives off, like, child vibe. Yeah, that kind of vibes. I really don't like it. But it's like, and the blonde hair, I don't see it. It doesn't say if it's long or not. If I had to guess, it would probably be long if you consider child people vibes, yes. Then yeah, that's not good. So I'm not gonna be reading from the book. I'm just gonna go based off my own memory. They do a, what is it? Things start happening around the house with Slappy doing it, but everyone thinks that it's Ian doing it, so they start blaming him pretty much. That happens, I think, starting in chapter 14 and 15 that starts happening, but, or maybe sooner, I'm not 100% sure. But, so, eventually, they do their annual, talent show thing. The Vinny and Johnny do a juggling act. They throw it at each other. I think Johnny gets knocked out by Vinny. Complete accident. Blah, blah, blah. Ian's turn. Slappy speaks for him. They get mad because Slappy is insulting all of them. Something happens. They go inside and they see Molly's doll, which she does get one. And she's in the fish tank, completely submerged, and they all blame Ian. I think that night they lock, Ian locks Slappy into his closet. Middle of the night, Slappy's gone. Closet door's open, bedroom door's open, something going down the stairs. So he gets up. He scares his dad because he was also checking the noise. And then Ian tells his dad about Slappy. His dad doesn't really believe him at first, but once they see the door open, they're all freaked out. When in reality, Johnny and Vinny stole Slappy. So, a chapter goes by before we get to see Johnny and Vinny's point of view. And they're like, yeah, we did such a great job, blah, blah, blah. He must be so worried, and that stupid prank is definitely going in his mind. The Slappy's alive, blah, blah, blah. So, then, in that same chapter, Slappy turns alive, pretty much, and spits, like, green boogers or something, that's, like, burns the skin on Johnny and Vinny. Their mom doesn't believe them when they tell Slappy is alive. Then anyways, and then they say, and then their mom says that you should probably go give Slappy back, blah blah blah, and they're like more than happy to do that, because Slappy wants to get rid of the paper so that he can't be shut down, pretty much. So after that, Slappy kind of makes them his servants. They use the other S word. In it, I'm not sure if I can use that word on YouTube, so that's why I'm saying it. Slappy makes them his servants, and yeah, they take him over to his house, where where is it? Hold on. Shut up. Where is it? So they get, Slappy, soaks, Slappy soaks the garage in which, Mr. I don't remember the name. The dad. We're just gonna call him the dad. Where the dad, walks in, finds him, Slappy's there sitting on the hood, blah blah blah. Then they have to clean up. Where is it? So Abigail is Molly's doll name. I forgot. I didn't write that down. I'm sorry. I mean, kind of, yeah. Let's see. So Vinny and Johnny tell Ian that they were ordered to find a slip of paper, which has the 6 magic words and everything, and that make him turn alive and everything from the movie, and they find it at his dad's workshop. And so, they find it, and they go to reach for it, but then Slappy also grabs it. Who is it? Vinny started to read it, and Slappy dove for him. He swung a big wooden hand up fast and hard and smashed it under Vinny's chin. Vinny's eyes bulged as pain swept through his head. He started to choke. The paper flew out of his hand. So it gets into this big fight. He tried to twist Slappy's head off, which, obviously doesn't work. He says, "You shouldn't have done that, servants." Yeah, it's in all capitals. And, yeah, I don't... Yeah. So, the rest of the dolls started attacking them as well. Yeah, he likes to call things servants a lot. So, a lot of it happened. Abigail, Molly's doll, leapt from Molly's arms and slid across the basement floor. Abigail jumped onto the work table. Stop it now, she cried in a squeaky, high voice. Slappy looked at Abigail and was like, "Who are you? How dare you try to slap my doll?" Servants. With her delicate, face and shimmery blue eyes, she turned to face him. Pale lips slid open and her squeaky voice came out loud and clear as she shouted, "Peru Murray O'Donnelloma Milanu Carano." So, Slappy blinked a few times and his eyes snapped shut. And his body just kind of tumbled over. The last 3 sentences say, he put an arm around Ian's shoulders and shook his head. "Ian," he said, "I guess Slappy wasn't the best birthday present I ever gave you. Don't worry, I'm going to lock him away where no one will ever find him." "Good," said a voice behind them. Ian turned to see Abigail standing on the work table. Her small hands pressed the sides of her old-fashioned gown. "Good," Abigail repeated, now that all eyes were on her. "I'm so tired of that dummy getting all the attention. Now clean up this mess, servants. Then bring me my lunch." And it ends with a single, with an epilogue, and it says, "Slappy here, or what's left of Slappy. Did you ever read such a tragic ending? I'd cry my eyes out, but I'm trying to keep my head. Who was in charge here? I'm very unhappy, and when Slappy is unhappy, Slappy gets revenge. Heads will roll." Oops, did I really say that? Well, don't worry, servants. I'll get myself together, and I'll be back soon with another Goosebumps story. Remember, this is Slappy World. You only scream in it. So that's like the whole book. It's a great book, okay? I really like the dialogue. I like how it's written. Character backstory, everything. I think, R.L. Stine did a great way. Did a great job writing Slappy. I saw some other people, review the Slappy books, and were like, there was this one guy, I was searching up, Goosebumps Slappy World book reviews, and one came up, my favorite Slappy World books in order, and I think he put Slappy Birthday to You third because of story and cover image. There's a ton of different cover images, apparently. There's like 24 books in the series, with the 25th one being a hardcover. But, I haven't read the rest of the Goosebumps Slappy World series yet. My opinion, Slappy Birthday to You is probably my favorite at the moment. The cover? You kidding me? This cover is cool. It's awesome. But yeah, it's a really good book. Hold on, I'll be right back. So I grabbed some books that I really do want to review for you guys. First is this, the U.S. Constitution and fascinating facts about it. I've read a bit about it. I had to show my ex and some of my friends some of the stuff in it because it's really funny in my opinion. I do want to do the I Survived books. Yeah, the I Survived books. Attack of the Grizzly Bears, the German invasion, of 1944, Attack of the Grizzlies, 1967. These are my favorite I Survived books, and they're the only two I currently have, sadly. At least at this house. So it's like, yeah, I might do Where the Red Fern Grows. Really depends. I'm not sure. Book number 2, Attack of the Jack. I probably will do, in all honesty. The only Most Wanted or Slappy World book I would be doing is Go Eat Worms. If you could see, I started it. Started this a while back, and I didn't really like it. I don't know if it was just the description of the worms or what it was, but I just really didn't. Book number 1 of the Most Wanted, Planet of the Lawn Gnomes, I'm probably gonna do. I am 100% doing Ghosts of Slappy, book 6. This is a definite. I'm a bit of a way through it, not that much. The Lizard of Oz, book number 10 in the series of Most Wanted. Probably will do. I started this. It's an okay start. Here Comes the Shaggy, Most Wanted, book number 9. I don't know if I'm gonna do this one. Probably not. It really depends. Book 2 of Most Wanted, Son of Slappy. I probably will. Anything related to Slappy, you bet I'm gonna do. Slappy Evil Twin, Slappy World, book number 3 is a definite. Slappy, of course. And an Evil Twin? Oh, you bet I'm reading that. I need the lore. I need the lore of Slappy, okay? I'm getting there. Escape from Shutter Mansion, book 5, Slappy World. Maybe. Really depends. Slappy World, book number 8, The Dummy Meets the Mummy. Probably. That's like a 100%, sure. These are not all of the books, these are just some of them that I'm definitely gonna be doing. I will be doing book 6 of the Wings of Fire series, including this one, which is book number 7, Winter Turning. They are the graphic novel version. I don't like reading actual books. I prefer comics and mangas and stuff like this. Besides these ones are fine. One that I'm not sure if I can actually do or not is The Batman Who Laughs Volume 1. Only reason I might not be able to do it, is, because of stuff like that page and some worse ones. I really don't want to get a warning on my first day, preferably, of posting. Like, stuff worse than this page. It's, right, there's, like, cannibalism and stuff in there. I don't even know if I can say that. But there's cannibalism. So that's, yeah. I might be posting some, like, animations from my drawing tablet, probably. Maybe some game reviews too, or just gameplay. I'm not sure. I'm trying to keep this mostly to book reviews and other stuff I like. But it really depends. And if you guys like the background music or want me to change something or literally anything else, comment down below, like, subscribe. I really don't care. I mean, subscribing would help me out a lot. Show my mom this is a good idea for my own mental recovery, really. And just make me happier overall. It makes me a lot easier and happier to talk to people that aren't friends and just people on the internet. Yes, you guys can be toxic, but seriously, the ones who stick around and are good are good. So if you have questions, Hate comments probably will be deleted. I haven't decided. I don't look. I respond to most comments anyways. And if I miss yours for like an hour or two, I'm sorry. I'm probably busy during school or something, or studying. But if that ever happens, just comment again and be like, "Yo, where's my response?" And I'll respond. Like, likes help, sharing helps. I really don't care what you do with my videos. Just don't spread or send hate or death threats or nothing. Like, I really don't need that, dude. I'm in high school, okay? I don't need it, and I put a lot of work into this. I spent 3 months deciding if I should really record this, and I did. So, there's gonna be, like, barely any editing on this. I really couldn't care. Maybe updating my voice, but I'm not sure. Anyways, hope you all have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you appreciated me or whatever I do or the book reviews. I really don't care. And the uploads will be sporadic. I will have you know. They'll be like way spread out. It takes me like a week, not even to read a full book, and then write the report. Takes like another week. So it'll be like every one or 2 months I'll be putting out a review. I'm sorry. I don't know how to. I procrastinate. Okay. And I'm writing a book at the moment, going to high school, dealing with people, and a wedding on the way for my mom. So it's like, woo. So, seriously, I don't need sad music. Anyways, if you guys like this, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I don't see why the bell is necessary besides wanting to see an upload. I don't. Leave comments, good or bad, critique. I will take critique, whatever that word is, but hate, it's not really tolerated. I really couldn't care though. Like, do whatever you want, ask questions about appearance, room, what I do, what I'm gonna be doing, quite literally. I'm sorry this video's long. I've seen some that are like 7 hours, and I'm like, you can shorten this, dude. I mean, I love Crimson Rogue's videos and all. They're a bit long. It took me like 4 days to finish the 7-hour one in the summer. It was summer, dude. And I could barely finish it. I was like, Anyways, if you like the setup or anything, want me to change something, just tell me. I really couldn't care. And if anyone knows me in the comments, don't point it out. I don't need it. I really don't. You can use my two names, Felix, Vaughn, or Sage. I really don't care. I really don't. It's online persona, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. Without further ado, I will be leaving. Hope you guys find another video to watch about this if you're searching for this or anything else. Okay, I probably will post it today. 9/7/25? Yeah, I think it's 9/7/25. But if it's not posted today, it'll be posted tomorrow, which should be 9/8/25. So on Monday. Really depends. I'll see. Well, bye-bye.